Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Spill the Beans podcast.
So today we have an exciting podcast for you. We're going to be asking guys, my guy is right here, questions that us girls are too afraid to ask. So I went ahead and posted on Instagram for you guys to send me questions. And I saw a little preview. So you're going to have to be really honest, babe, okay? And you can channel, because there was a lot of like toxicity questions, so you have to channel your inner toxic, okay?
What?
Yeah, channel
Toxic?
your inner toxic, because a lot of these girls, you have to understand, are still in toxic relationships. So you have to come from your toxic past and not from your mature married man.
Oh, so I have to come to
present.
my toxic.
Yeah, so I'm basically asking you when you were 18.
Why I was thinking like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because right now, I feel like you're too mature. Like your pensamientos are way different. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started.
Guys, before we get started, hit that freaking subscribe button, because a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. So let's get to 50 by the end of the year. I think we can do it.
I think so too. All right, starting off strong. Are
All
guys
right.
dumb o se hacen?
Huh? What?
Are guys dumb o se hacen?
We're genuinely dumb, guys. Genuinely.
Thank you.
For girl stuff, like the stuff you're asking.
Yeah,
We're dumb.
I agree. All right, what do you really feel for me?
Let me say, like, o se hacen. If you're like 25, 23 or older and you're messing with a guy around that age, ya se hacen. Okay? So watch out with those older guys, porque eso sí se están haciendo.
Yeah, but also we have to, like, you guys, us girls need to realize that guys, no matter their age, can still be immature.
Yeah.
So some guys just don't mature.
But I feel like we don't mature in a lot of things. Like we're like, what do they say? Men are just boys with little kids with money.
Yeah.
Like I still want to drive remote control cars and boats, but when it comes to a relationship, I feel like everyone should be mature.
Yeah.
Like, do I still geek out over Pokemon cards? Yeah. Do I have a whole ass child that I feed in the morning? Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I understand what
We're
you're
still
coming from.
allowed to be immature for those things.
So, coming kind of like piggybacking off of that, ¿por qué no invitan a salir en los bailes? Siempre son los mayores de 40 para arriba.
I keep forgetting that these aren't for me. Like, I'm
This
a
is
guy.
for your toxic self.
No, but like for me, Jonathan, I'm answering for all the guys.
Yeah, for all the guys, babe.
Like, I don't
you
answer-
gotta put you have to. This is why I'm telling you to channel your inner toxic.
Okay.
18-year-old self, because when you were 18, it was bros before hoes.
Yeah.
Acuérdate.
So why don't we ask girls to dance?
Yeah.
Oh, simple. We fear rejection. A lot of you guys también no se me hagan las bien acá, like humble asses. You guys always, a lot of the time, say no. So that's what we're scared of. Especialmente porque hay mucha gente there at the baile, and there's people standing, and you see the one guy walking from his friend group over to the girls, and that's what we fear. We fear rejection. I feel like it takes a really confident older guy to be like, ay, pues la otra, you know? That's why all the 40-year-olds go up to you, not the little clout guys that when they go back to high school or back to their friend group, they're gonna be like, oh, she said no to you, you fucking pussy, you know?
Oh, so
I'm being
rejection and
rejection and social status. Like, ay, a mí me dijo que no a Juan Carlos Luis José el Segundo.
okay,
You know what I mean?
Okay. Does it matter if girls have firm or soggy boobs?
Oh, what the? Soggy?
Yeah, like mine
Aren't
right
all
now.
girls soggy boobs?
Well, it depends. Like some.
Because the smaller boobs you have, obviously, the more firm they're
Uh-huh.
gonna be.
Mhm.
So is this like?
Because obviously with the bra,
Yeah.
they hold them in
Yeah,
place.
and
makes
the
them
guys
look
know
good.
that. We're not stupid. We know that when girls have their boobs up here, it's all the bra. Like, girls naturally don't have boobs all the way up here. You have to be like 15 years old to think that, you know?
Yeah.
So all guys know that's the bra effect. Like, so I feel like the smaller boobs you have, the more firm, I guess, like, because they won't sag.
Yeah. Also, like as you grow or as you have babies, they start to sag a lot. So
I
mine
feel
right now
like
are
guys,
pretty
we're
soggy.
dogs. We don't freaking care as long as they're boobs, you know? I'm being toxic again.
¿Cómo dice? Oh, I can't even remember the
Con que
saying.
tenga hoyo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The girls, don't worry about that kind of stuff.
Okay. Do you guys think or daydream of your girlfriend all day?
Daydream?
Mm-hmm. Like, do you think about your girlfriend 24/7?
Yeah, I feel like that's true.
Yeah.
Por más machista, tóxico, I feel like we do think about you guys a lot during the day.
Yeah. Ooh, this one's good.
All right. Well,
If I die, would you marry someone else?
Like, how old are we?
Ah,
Wait, right
so you
now?
would?
No, you're
You
saying
freaking
me, babe.
cracked
I'm answering
me.
for all the guys.
Yeah, like just period.
I feel like this is what I think. I feel like if it was like our one true love, I feel like we would never marry again. Like that person would never marry again. They'd probably be so heartbroken that they would just probably like do like meet their needs like sexually, but they
Like
wouldn't.
date here and
Yeah,
there.
but they would. I don't think they would settle down. Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't settle down.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like this one. What do you guys do in the restroom for so long?
Guys, oh my God. This is a question that only my guys will understand. I've seen so many girls come up with their own theories that he's in the bathroom texting other girls. He's looking at this girl posted on Facebook the other day that he's looking at girls on his phone. And although, like, that might be the case for a lot of guys, but honestly, I take a long time because I'm accustomed from when I work construction and landscaping, and even my dad does this, my grandpa does this. Like when we get home from a long day at work, all we want to do is sit on the toilet and just relax.
Yeah.
We, for the most part, since I didn't have like couldn't use my phone all day from my 9 to 5, that was me time to catch up on social media, Instagram and stuff. And now that I don't work a job like that, it's become habit. I have to whip out TikTok. I have to whip out whatever. Or like for me, I've been personally, now that the stock market is really bad in crypto, I've been going on Reddit and just seeing all the pages of what people predict. So that's what I do. I know a lot of other guys play video games like apps on their phone. I know a lot of other guys that read the instructions on a shampoo bottle. I feel like it's more of a like
I think it's
getaway.
like when you're talking on the phone, like girls, like my mom when she's talking on the phone, she's like doing the most random
Yeah.
things. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And guys, I literally like sometimes I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing in there? Because I just hear him giggling. But I'm like, he's fucking on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys talk about your sex life with your partner, with your friends?
Our sex life about our partner?
Yeah, like with your partner.
No, not at all. Not with your partner. A good guy won't. There's a lot of ratchet guys out there and guys that are gross that like do like try to show like pictures of their girlfriend or like I'm speaking from personal experience because I've had guys friends come up to me like, oh look, this is, and I'm like, bro, like isn't that your girlfriend? Like why are you showing me that? Like, oh, I don't care, like blah blah blah. Or they tell me about their stuff. So no, like the only time I've ever like talked about it is like when I was single or stuff like that. It's like, oh dude, yeah, like by the way, but it's
When
not,
you were single.
like before like it's like, oh yeah, I talked to this girl. But back then from at age, it was talking,
Yeah.
it wasn't like I hooked up.
I kissed.
That's the only time we would tell, like. But no, if a guy genuinely loves you and you're the one, he won't tell he might talk about the past, like, yeah, when I was back in my day, but like about his actual wife or girlfriend, no, we do not talk about that.
Okay. Do you guys, and I'm saying like guys in general, do you guys test for STDs?
Fuck no. I've never done that. I don't know.
Well, you have to think about this because I know obviously haven't had the need to
Yeah.
test for STDs, but I'm saying put yourself in
Like, am I testing
single-
myself before I go, or am I testing the girl that I'm gonna do it with, or what?
You can't test a girl, dummy. I'm asking like, okay, put yourself in a single situation.
Okay, I'm
where
single.
You're not married to me. You're
Okay.
24 right now. Do
Ooh.
you think from us, like if we had broken up at 17, from them to now, you would have never tested for STDs?
Well, I don't think I would be out here raw dogging every girl I'm with.
Yeah, that's good. But there's a lot of guys that do.
Yeah,
Raw
if you're
dogging.
out here raw dogging, man, you got some balls. in today's day, or even since the 80s, I guess.
Okay, now that I have a baby, what do you really think about dating girls with kids?
I don't. Well, if I was like a guy and
Yeah, like if you were out there single and then you started dating this girl and then like, oh, I have a boy, I have a son, I have a daughter, what would you do? Would you continue or would
I
you
don't
be
think that's a very like yes or no question. There's a lot of things that go into it. Like, why'd you break up with your baby daddy? Or it was just a one night thing. Is he being toxic? Like, if I'm gonna talk to you, is he gonna try to come and slash all my tires? Is your kid like a nice kid, or is he a silver tooth ahí mocoso that doesn't like me no matter how many toys I buy him?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a lot of things, and you can tell from the type of mom she is too.
Yeah.
Si ella se da a respetar, and then she has a well-educated little boy, then I'm like, oh, then
Yeah.
But if you know what I mean, like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, Christopher's out here with his dad, and what does his dad do? Oh, he sells drugs. Like, oh, you're letting Christopher go sell drugs with his dad, like.
Okay. Does having a child change the way you view your girl romantically and emotionally?
No, not for me.
Like it doesn't change that at all.
No.
So it just stayed the same. So you didn't
Well,
see me or
I
love
love
me
you more.
more. Okay, so it did change.
Yeah, I thought you meant like negatively.
No, like just in general.
Oh, because all these are like coming off negative.
No,
Negatively.
like this one's just in general.
Oh, yeah, more.
More?
Yeah, I appreciate you more. But I know all guys. There's some guys that are out there that are fucked up, you know, like, oh, my girl changed physically. Like, I don't want her no more, you know?
Well, I just feel like in that case, it was really not true love. Like you're having babies with the wrong person.
Yeah, but all girls also get icks from guys,
That's
so why
true.
can't we? You know?
Icks.
Like, oh, my husband got fatter. He's not the same one since when we met. Okay, then I can say the same shit about you. You're not hitting the gym no more, and I'm getting dick for you. It goes both ways, you know?
Yeah, I guess I understand that. Okay, ass or boobs?
I don't know. I feel like ass because boobs, you can always get them done.
You can get your ass done too.
Well, yeah, but
Like like physically, if you see a girl, what do you look at first? To their her boobs or her ass?
nothing. Trick question. I did not look at other girls. I really don't.
Gets canceled on this podcast. Why do you have the audacity? That's just a question.
Oh shit, that's it.
Why are they such assholes sometimes? Like, why can they be so mean?
Because guys, listen, girls. If we're too nice, you guys leave us and cheat on us. So we have to have some level of like firmness in there, and then you guys like it. It's the oldest book, like tale in the book. Like you guys love to be treated right. You guys want to stay with the toxic guys.
Yeah.
But the nice guy that's chasing you and buying you flowers, ni lo pelan.
Yep.
Y no digan que no, you know, that's just how it is. You guys need a little bit of, it's evolutionary. You need a little bit of sternness in the, you know, you need to feel protected. You need to feel safe because, yeah, he might be an asshole to you, but you know damn well if a guy slaps your ass at the club, he's going to defend you, you know? Mm-hmm. Whereas the nice guy that buys you flowers and is a simp might be like, why are you touching my girl? You know? And not defend you. So it's just like evolutionary thing.
Why will they keep a girl around but not make her official?
Ooh. Not make it official. Okay, there's one or two things. This is where we go back to nos hacemos. Like, we genuinely don't see, guys, for the most part, I'm going back to my toxic self. We don't see marriage, engagement, all that kind of stuff like girls do. Girls see it as a fairy tale. It's their dream to have a big wedding. It's their dream to be in a wedding dress. For guys, nos vale. Like, especially if you already gave the coochie up, like, why is he gonna tie you down? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and guys, this is me being super toxic. I've said that like 10 times, but that's just how guys think. Like, if they have everything, that's why we should listen to our parents. I know our parents are super like traditional and they're like, cásate primero antes que tengas relaciones. And I know nowadays that stuff doesn't imply, but they're right in the sense that if you give a guy everything, you move in with him, you give up your coochie, you do all this, you give him a kid, and you still aren't married or official, then why does he have to do that, you know?
Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, like, you have to keep, if your standards are high, you have to keep them high. Like, oh, you want to move in, but you don't want to give me a ring, I'm not moving in. Like, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you respect yourself, if you keep to, like, ¿cómo se dice? If you hold the guy to a higher standard, then that's going to happen. If you just go move in, start doing wifey things for a boyfriend, then they're going to be like, pues, ¿pa qué le doy el anillo si ya la tengo aquí? You know? And
yeah,
exactly. I know that from a lot of relationships that I know. So, yeah, you got to be careful, girls. You have to make your men meet your standards. And just do what you have to make them know that what your end goal is, you know?
But also talk with your significant other. Be like, hey, is there a reason? And he might genuinely be like, you know what? My parents never got married. I never saw that. I thought we were already together. Like, no. Like, and then he might be like, oh, well, I'm very sorry. Like, because I felt like we were officially together up until you, like, said something, no? Like, it took me 7 months to ask you out. 6? So I was like, oh, shit. Like, I guess we're not dating.
Yeah. And also, I feel like there's a lot of guys that, or like even just people in general that have marriage trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, you know what? My parents got divorced. I don't ever want to get divorced. So I
Yeah.
don't want to get married because I don't want that to be the end. So you guys, yeah, you just have to talk to your partner. If you think that you want to get married, just be like, hey, you know what? Oh, let's
Yeah.
get married. But ask me, surprise me in a month or two
Yeah.
when you want to
Yeah.
get engaged. Okay, babe, would you love me if I get fat?
This is a question in there. Like, okay,
Not me
we've
sending
talked.
myself a question.
Now we've talked about this before, and it's like the are you genuinely like trying to like are you being just a slob 24/7 on the couch eating hot Cheetos and not trying to better yourself?
Uh-huh.
Obviously you had a kid, right? Like that's fine, like you can remain more chubbier all you want, but as long as the guy sees an effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's trying to lose weight, she's trying, obviously it's harder because her body changed a lot or her work schedule
Or
is
not
different.
even like trying to lose weight, but it's like you're still active. Like
Yeah,
don't come at them sideways.
I
Is
feel
what I'm
like
trying
it's
to
harder
say.
for girls though,
It is harder
because
for
us
girls.
guys, we can't take shit like that lightly, and also 95% of the time the guy works all day to maintain the family.
Yeah.
Mostly, not saying all. And so if you throw that, it's like trabajo todo el pinche día y toda quieres que vaya al gimnasio.
Yeah.
You know, like, so
Uh-huh.
it is harder for girls
Yeah.
to say that to your man.
But it also, I feel like you can find ways to be more active with your partner. Like,
Yeah.
oh, trabajas todo el día, llegas, vamos a comer. Hey, let's go on a walk. You know,
Yeah.
like just be active and try. Because being active is, in better terms, keeping yourself healthy and for you to be a healthier mom, a healthier
Yeah.
dad, and to stay longer. So, why do you guys feel the need to say you're tall when meeting someone for the first time?
Like to girls?
Yeah. I guess because if you think about it, you're not going to meet a guy and be like, wow, you're really short. Or do you think you... well, in my personal experience, I think I wouldn't say that to someone when I first
So
meet them.
guys tend to say to girls, you're really
Yeah.
tall?
But if you think about it too...
I don't know. I can't talk out of...
No? You've never said that?
No.
Your friends have never like met someone and be like, wow, you're really tall? No? Okay. Is it important for a girl to be a virgin?
Ooh, no. It's not important, but body count I think does matter, and this applies to guys as well. Don't think I'm gonna let you guys slip out of
Okay,
this
that
one.
was a good because that's not the
Yeah,
second
I think
question.
body count matters for both.
Okay.
Because I know nowadays it's like body count doesn't matter. A slut, it's okay to be a slut. Okay, you do you, girl, hot girl summer, whatever. But just like the miles on a car, body count on a person does kind of mean like how like much I guess you like respect yourself or value yourself. Like I don't know. Like I guess that sounds mean, but I think it is true. And I'm talking like again, my toxic 18-year-old self. Like I've never approached a girl or messaged a girl that I know that had been around, you know. And if a guy does approach you and he knows you have a high body count, he does not want to wife you up. He just wants you for a little bit.
You really think that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife?
Fuck no.
Really?
Nah,
Okay.
never. You can turn her into a housewife for like good 10, 15 years, but eventually se va a soltar otra vez.
Oh, shit.
I think girls are born with that. Some girls are just born like who are we talking about the other day? I'm not gonna put no one on blast. Like it was with you, me, and your mom. And it was like, sí, desde chiquilla era más volada and stuff like that. And then fast forward 30 years, you know, she cheated on... Now I know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say it. And then she cheated on her husband and blah, blah, blah. And so it's like,
Okay.
I feel like they're just born. Like, they're born more open spirit, more free. Like
Like they're, yeah, like they don't want to
like they shouldn't be in a committed relationship. They should just be a hoe. That's okay, you know, but just don't hurt your husband in the process.
Or the person that you're dating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you like the pussy shaved or not?
Oh, what the fuck? Nah, I don't mind it.
You don't mind it at all?
Nah.
Yeah, you don't.
Damn, baby, putting yourself on blast like that.
Hey, no shave November. Just kidding. But the winter, I feel like the winter you really don't shave that much, right?
Nah.
Yeah, and then verano, it's like more like hygiene because you sweat
Yeah.
and stuff. But in winter, you want to have as much hair as possible on you, girly. I've been afraid to ask my husband what his body count is. I think I'll get sad or something.
Husband.
Yeah.
You should be saying boyfriend, guy I'm talking
Yeah.
to, not
I
husband.
think at this point, don't ask him, girl.
Yeah, it's like ya pasó.
Yeah. Like you don't get mad for things that you can't control or change.
Like if he treats you current day, treats you good, you know, looks after you, then don't like, what's the point? Like, unless you hear some weird shit, like there's a couple guys thrown in there and it's like, hey, why didn't you tell me you're bi or something, you know? I'm just saying, like, scenarios where you should bring up the past.
Yeah.
But like, if why, for what, you know?
Yeah. Okay, ready? What does it feel like going in? I'm genuinely.
What the fuck? We're talking about this?
I'm genuinely curious. I'm curious too.
What does it feel like going in?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, all our like and I learned this in health class. All our like, you know, nerve receptors and are on the tips. Obviously, that's why it feels good, because the first thing going in is your tip. So that's what.
So that's what you want to go in and out and out.
Yeah.
Okay. And like for the girls, yeah, everything feels good, but it feels better when you're orgasming. And for you guys, like, yeah, it feels super good when you're like finishing, but it still feels really, really good when you're putting it in and out. ¿Sí me explico?
I mean, it's because, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it feels really good, but I feel like for me, and I've told you this, it's more like it feels better, like, I don't know, like if I can see, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I like doggy style, or like when you're on top, because when I'm on top, then I can just see the back of the wall because you're hanging on to me, you know? So I'm like, oh, like, yeah, I'm down there, it feels good, but like I can't see nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's for me. Like, I can only finish when I'm like physically like touching
you're a
you.
physical person.
Yeah. And you're a more visual person. Yeah. Okay.
It's because I gotta see you, babe. I gotta see, you know,
the gains.
Yeah, I gotta see everything.
Okay, is the mama tummy a turnoff? Mama of a C-section birth, so I have a tummy, and let's throw it in here. Like, do stretch marks matter a lot?
No.
No.
I know there's guys out there that probably like don't, you know, maybe do get the ick for their wives after having the kid, but I feel for the majority, guys don't mind stretch marks. I know that for a fact. That's like kind of like a thing in men culture. We don't really mind stretch marks. And as for the tummy, I don't think that should matter. It's like extra skin.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's something that grew on you like a wart.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You've always had that skin. It's just more loose.
Is my coochie the same after having a baby?
I think so. Well, you haven't really let me, you know, without a condom, so.
Ask us in a couple months, girl, when I'm on birth control.
As for now, yeah, it feels. I would say even tighter, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know if we can say that, but yeah.
Okay. If I wasn't able to give you a baby, would you still love me?
Don't say you. You're asking all the guys.
Okay. If a girl isn't able to have a baby, would you still love them?
Fuck.
Okay, I guess it depends on if you want kids. Like, maybe there's a guy out there that doesn't want kids. He's like, cool, I love you.
But the guy wants kids, and you can't give him one. That's the scenario we're doing right now.
Okay. Do you think that he would still love the girl?
That's, again, not a yes or no question. There's a lot of things that go in. Toxic self, me, I'm always wanted to be a dad.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've talked about this before. What? Right? Like,
But if I love you and mature self, of course not. I'll never leave you. We can adopt.
That I understand.
You know?
But yeah, but you like, we had this conversation 2 years ago about was it a deal breaker if I didn't want to have kids?
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it, like, you have to really go in to like dig into yourself why you don't want to have kids, if you can't have kids, and all of that. And if it is a deal breaker, I mean,
yeah, because it's my life too. Yeah. Like, I know some of these girls out here probably listening, you kind of are like a little burnt or hurt by what I just said, but you got to understand that it's our life too.
Yeah, and you only have one life. So if your husband's, like, let's put in the worst scenario, if your husband really, really wants kids and you cannot have a baby, it is so fucked up. I understand, and it is so sad to say, like, yeah, he would leave you because that's a deal breaker. But also, like, you really, truly only live once, and maybe you can find someone that truly loves you because you can't have babies, even if you can't have babies, and your husband can go and find someone that's going to give him babies, you know?
Husband sounds kind of weird, though.
It does sound weird.
Because husband, like, I wouldn't leave you.
You don't think so?
If we were dating, maybe.
Yeah. So you don't think we would get divorced? Say I didn't
Not even the marriage. Like, take out the marriage part. Oh, because yesterday we weren't married. today we're married. I'm not gonna
Okay,
leave you.
okay.
Yes.
Like
No,
how
it's more
deep the
like the
relationship
emotional.
is.
Like I genuinely love you.
Uh-huh. So you don't think you would leave me? Like you wouldn't want to get a divorce if I just didn't want kids?
Oh, if you didn't,
Yeah.
no, I would leave you.
Oh,
We're
but if I
talking about you
couldn't,
can't.
okay.
Yeah.
Then you would be like, you know what, babe, let's adopt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Good answer.
If you just don't, then yeah. I would
Yeah,
leave you.
I guess yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I think cause he says that he would still love me, but I feel like it would affect him. So you just have to trust that he loves you. I think.
I don't know. I wouldn't trust that.
You don't think it would
Because he'd
affect?
probably go have a second family somewhere else.
No, don't say that, babe.
No, but adopt. I mean, adopting, I feel like, como dicen, sangre doesn't really make you a dad. Like, it makes you a. What does that saying go?
What?
He's the father, but he's not the dad or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I understand what you're trying to say. Do you think guys can actually change their way for a girl?
Yeah. I'm living
Elaborate.
proof. I'm living proof. I have a lot of friends that are living proof.
And
I have a lot of guy friends that have been players in their high school days, and they've dated so many pretty girls, and then all of a sudden they just pull up with this girl that, you know, normal looking, but they're madly in love,
And
and they've
married.
changed and they married, and it's like, whoa, man, like what the heck happened, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like, yeah, every guy can change.
What do men really think about girls who sleep with them on the first date?
What do men think? Ooh, that you're easy. Like what the heck? Like,
You don't think it generally, like, if the girl sleeps with you on the first date, you could wife her up?
nah, hell no.
Really?
Hell no. First date?
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of guys that would, but
Oh yeah, there's a lot of guys that would.
but I think let me put it this way, just from personal, like, not personal experience, but like from knowing our Hispanic men, because I know that there's a lot of white men that like sleep with the girl on the first day, and he's like, this is the girl
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna marry.
college.
But I
Yeah.
think that in the Hispanic culture, if you sleep with someone the first date, you're like easy.
Oh yeah, that I think you're very smart, babe. You made a very good point because I feel like I'm bashing, but that's because of a culture,
Of
you
our
know.
culture, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially because our Hispanic men, like, they're toxic, machista, like, de todo tienen. So I understand where that point of view was coming from.
Oh, you told me you've only been with one guy, but you slept with me on the first night. Like,
Oh, okay.
come on, you little skank. Oh my god. Guys, remember that I'm in character, okay? This isn't the real me.
This is Johnny.
Just in case you're watching this for the first
Can we name your toxic past self Johnny?
my ego self, Johnny. Yeah. A lot of people used to call me Johnny, guys, but if you don't
A lot of people that know you from back then.
So
Right
I
now,
have some
nobody
friends.
calls you
Oh,
Johnny.
yeah.
Does Marco still call you Johnny? No, right?
No, Adan calls me Johnny.
Oh, okay. Been having a sneaky link for about 8 months. I'm scared to ask, what are we? You're a sneaky link, girl.
You're a sneaky link. You're never gonna get out of there.
Unless you like really talk to him and ask him. But I feel like if you start something as a sneaky link, it's kind of hard to get out of it.
Yeah, because we go back to like you already gave him the most important thing. You know? You already gave up your cooch. Like,
Ooh. Looking at my friend group, do you regret who you chose?
you didn't really have a friend group. You
Ouch.
never have friends.
I had a friend group.
Definitely not regret that if we're going back to your high school friend group. Fuck no.
Do you guys really care if we wear makeup or not?
No.
Okay.
We get mad when you guys wear makeup when you want to go out by yourselves or with your friends, but you don't want to be pretty for us. And it's like, what?
Damn, that seems a little targeted there.
Yeah. I feel like all guys think like this.
Do you think it's okay for a guy in a relationship to follow half-naked girls on IG?
A guy in a relationship, half naked girls? No. I don't think it's okay.
Do you think it's okay for them to like girls' pictures on Instagram?
Definitely not those half naked girls. Like if it's your friend from high school that graduated and had a baby or something, then sure, you know. But if it's just them posing like a selfie or a mirror, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
You know?
I think what we said back in that podcast, we were like, if they're your friends, you're supporting them, kind of like in their posts. But if they're like just random ass people that you don't know,
girls,
yeah,
you know. I feel weird liking some of our friends' pics because they be posting some freaky pictures, you know? And I'm like, I don't know if I should like this. You go, girl, but
You go, girl. Here's my
I'm not going to
support.
give you my like on that one.
Have you done that before?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think that a guy in a healthy relationship will still look at other girls?
A guy in a healthy relationship will still look at other girls. Nah. I mean, I'm speaking from experience.
Do you think, because I feel like I heard this on a podcast. I think it might have been Call Her Daddy, but it's like, do you still find people like girls attractive when you're in a relationship?
I feel like, look, I'm going to be very honest with you and brutally honest, all right? You can't get mad at me. No,
Gets
I
divorced.
don't find girls like sexually or physically attractive, if that makes sense. Like when they're in front of me or stuff like that. But I do have this sense of like, I do acknowledge that they're attractive because me myself, I have this tendency to like be like more like I would say, I don't know what the word is, but like shy maybe. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it to you. Like say I'm at the gas station and I'm humming or I'm being stupid, playing with my knife,
If an
and I
attractive
see
girl
Megan
sees
Fox
you,
at the end of the aisle,
you're gonna be
I'm gonna put my knife away and stop humming. Whereas I see like maybe this other like girl that like I do not find attractive, then I
Then you're
might
not
not
gonna
care.
be-
Not because
Yeah.
I would want to go sleep with that girl or whatever, like her physically. It's just attractive people do have that intimidating factor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So do
And-
I look at attractive person and acknowledge them? Yes, because I get shy or I might not have the confidence to.
But even
you know?
then, I feel like just because you're married or in a relationship, you don't just automatically think everyone's ugly. Like
No,
you
of course
acknowledge like
not. Yeah.
there's people that are beautiful that are
But I think if you are with the
attractive.
right one, you don't have that urge to
Sexual
like.
tendencies.
Because obviously, I'm still with hanging out with friends. I still go out with friends, and then they do talk about those kinds of things. Like
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm like, bro, like.
And Jonathan and I were just talking about this yesterday, because we were talking about the Dwayne Johnson, remember?
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, like I think he's attractive, but like, do girls think about like having sex with him? And then I told him, I was like, I don't know if it's different for a lot of people, but when you ask like me personally, like, oh, do you think this guy's attractive? I don't think my answer isn't based off of like, oh yeah, I would sleep with him. You know, it's like, oh yeah, like he's
But it's
handsome.
just it's so like common for girls to be like, oh my god, he's so fine, hard eyes,
really.
and then that is like, oh yeah,
I guess
fucking.
personally, I've never thought about that, but I do see where that's coming from because I know that there's a lot of guys that like get together with their friends and like, oh yeah, I would fuck her right now, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's basically how
Yeah.
they like rate girls. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would fuck her. Oh hell no, she ugly. Like I wouldn't, you know? I would put a bag on her. You know, that's
Yeah, yeah.
usually like what I hear on these like stupid ass podcasts that guys have been starting.
Yeah.
that are getting canceled. But yeah, like
The
I
ones on
do want
TikTok.
you guys to understand like if like your husband is not just gonna automatically think that everyone is ugly.
No.
You're gonna acknowledge that there's beautiful women, that there's beautiful people out there, but you're not gonna be sexually attracted with them.
Yeah, you're not gonna be sexual
and wanna
anymore.
like cheat on your.
Remember
girlfriend with
when
them.
we got, was it engaged or married? Where the past few days I felt weird.
Yeah.
Like I felt
yeah.
weird. Like I remember,
I
it was a gas station thing. I walked into a gas station, and I saw a pretty girl, and I put my head down right away, and I felt icky. Like I felt weird.
Feel like
And
you
I
just
told her right
cheated
away.
on
I was
her.
like, I told Blanca right away. I was like, yo, like I feel different now that we're married. I don't know if it's like God or something, like the Holy Spirit. Like
Holy
it just
Spirit,
doesn't
activate.
allow you. Like if you truly find the right girl, like it doesn't allow you to see these girls anymore like that.
Yeah. And I mean that's good because I feel like it would be a red flag if you were seeing these girls and be like, damn, I would fuck you right now. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, I think those were pretty much all the juicy juicers.
Dang, I'm sweaty.
Me too, girly. I hope you didn't get canceled on this podcast, babe.
Hopefully not.
I feel like we should have made the disclaimer at the beginning
That I was answering.
that you were answering from your, well, I think we did, right?
No, we
from your
did.
toxic self.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at them.
I answered it from a toxic perspective because that's probably the majority of these questions came from, is they're dealing with a toxic guy or
Yeah.
immature guy. So that's where that came from. And also, these are seeing glasses, guys. They're not just shades to look cool. I actually need them to see and to block out those ring lights
But he
and to
also
block off
added,
her reflection that's coming from her glasses.
and it also added a little spice
Yeah,
to your
to a
toxic,
bad boy self.
actor
I feel
self.
like when I walk into Safeway and I have these on still to see, because inside they don't no tapan.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's dark in here.
Yeah.
The people look at me like I'm a douchebag. One time I walked into somewhere and the guy was like, "Oh, nice glasses, bro," or something, or nice shades, and I thought I went straight into self defense. I was like, "This guy's making fun of me," but maybe he was genuinely giving me a compliment. But
Maybe.
I thought he meant to like, "Oh, you're wearing it straight inside, dickhead," you
Oh,
know?
okay. So you thought it was like a backhanded
Yeah.
compliment.
Hopefully not.
Well, yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast because I know like our audience, it tends to be a lot of girls that are, I would say, from the 18 to like 25 range that are in
Yes,
toxic
that's what YouTube
relationships.
says.
Yeah.
18 to
According to our
24.
analytics, and usually from what we hear, from our advice, from our questions, our comments that we get on YouTube, we also see that a lot of our audience is or has been in a toxic relationship. So this is why I wanted to make this, and this is why I told Jonathan and told him to like bring out his 18-year-old self when he was toxic and all of that. But as you guys, we have said it before, Jonathan is living proof that if they want to, they will. Like if they want to change, they will. But also, I always say this disclaimer: you don't gotta wait around for them to change. And I hope that you guys know there's so many guys out there. But I'm also happy for you guys because I think now we all know for a fact that sí son. Y a veces se hacen también para pasarla bien, ¿verdad?
But also now I understand why girls go for older guys, you know? Because you don't deal with all that bullshit from 17 to 23, 24.
Yeah. And I guess a lot of girls, like, there's a song that's like, do you remember the song, babe? It was like, I got the high school. ¿Cómo se dice?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Do
about.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, now
She got
the man.
Yeah.
I got the boy and you got the man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, a lot of you guys that go through toxic relationships, you basically get the boy.
Yeah.
He does all his toxic on you, and then you see him a couple years later, married with happily married with a family, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why couldn't you do that with me? But it's like, yeah, like, unfortunately, men change for the women that they want to be with. And yeah, Jonathan, thanks for changing for me, babe.
Thanks, babe. And I also think I changed pretty early.
Yeah, you were
Pretty young.
19.
Yeah, you're lucky, babe.
Yeah.
Because there's still 23-year-old. 20. What they say, guys stop maturing at 25, right?
Yeah, but there's still 30-year-old, 40-year-old men out here cheating on their wives. Like, some men just don't ever mature or change. Yeah. And you know what? That's how you know.
No, I think you can be mature and cheat.
You think so?
Like the guy from the movie. He's
okay.
mature, has a house, has a
Well, unfortunately,
kids.
I fell asleep. Like,
yeah. And you put it on.
But you liked it.
Yeah. It was all right.
Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Please don't cancel my husband. He was just coming from his toxic self. I mean, if you want to cancel that Johnny boy over there, it says 16 fucking around with me, I understand. But I hope that it kind of gave you guys some peace of mind and that you just know, guys are just dogs. And that's...
We're dogs, guys.
Yeah. And that's it for today's podcast. Come on, babe. Hit them with the motivation.
Damn, babe, like that?
Yeah.
I don't have motivation today.
Why? All right, guys. Well, that was it for today's podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Spill the Beans podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday and that you're not burning because it's freaking hot as heck. Do you have any words that you would like to tell them?
No, guys, you're going to catch us in Arizona, and hopefully we can sneak in a podcast in Arizona, but most likely not since we're only going for a little bit. But maybe...
don't you worry. We might have some guests, not next week, but the week after.
And maybe, guys, Blanca, I'm trying to convince her to do 2 podcasts a week. So if you think that's a good idea, or maybe it's not a good idea, let us know.
Yep. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next Friday.
Later.